Morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up and Ball, brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook. And happy holiday season! Merry Christmas Eve, as we are entering December 23rd. We got a crazy week of football to talk about that happened yesterday and Saturday. Man, oh man, a lot to get into on this fine morning. Sorry for our tardiness. We have a lot to get into this week, though. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all. Tony, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Richie. This is a beautiful morning, man. I'm excited. We get to wake up and ball. This is Christmas week, man. Merry Christmas to you, Richie.
Merry Christmas to you, too, man. I'm excited. I hope Santa is nice to you and the kids. And it's going to be a nice week. And just a little disclaimer, guys, it's holiday week, so there won't be a lot of content. But we're going to do as much as we can. So that's why we wanted to make sure we're doing this episode this morning. And shout out to everybody who's waking up. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show, folks. We really do appreciate that. We're going to get into all the games yesterday and Saturday and Thursday. And let's just dive right into it, man. We don't have any graphics this morning because it's the holiday season, so our graphics guy was unable to do any graphics for us. So we're just going to roll through it, and you're going to see our faces on the screen the whole time. How about that? All right, so TD. I mean, we could just do the preview graphic and make it look like we're talking about the game that happened, but then you're going to get confused.
No, you know? I got it this morning, Richie. I'm sharp this morning.
You're sharp this morning? Where's your coffee?
Yeah. The coffee is on the way. You know, the wife putting a little special touches to it. You know, she takes
the special
care
touches
of me so much,
to not make it coffee, man.
Stop it, Richie. Stop. Don't go there. Don't start with me.
Come on now. Now, if you guys can wish us a Merry Christmas, all you guys got to do is subscribe to the channel. We're right there at 19K subs. And also, there's a new feature on YouTube that I like. We can get a super chat goal. We're going to do a Merry Christmas super chat goal.
That's what's up.
How many goal? What's the goal? 5 super chats?
5 super chats. I think that's reasonable.
5 super chats. The goal is started for an hour. If you guys want to go towards the goal, send in a nice super chat. We appreciate all the love, man. So what game do you want to get into first, Mr. Tony Dow?
Oh, man, it's so many, Richie. Which one do I get to pick? Man, this is a special day. Well, let's go ahead and knock out the Dolphins versus the 49ers, shall we?
Yes, so as you see, it says Week 16 preview, but we're recapping this game. All right, so let's get into it.
All right, so first of all, Richie, all right, I know that you laugh whenever I say this, and you don't take it serious, but like on a serious conversation, the Dolphins do have a path to the playoffs.
What's the percent?
It's very low, but it's reasonable. Like real talk, Richie. It's actually reasonable. Denver Broncos is the key. So the Dolphins need to win their next 2 games, which is reasonable. I'm not saying they are, Richie. For the sake of having a real conversation and you not dismissing it, it's reasonable, beating the Browns and the Jets, right? And then Denver needs to lose the next 2, which is also reasonable. Losing to the Bengals and the Chiefs. Now, will the Chiefs be resting their starters? We don't know, but it's reasonable, Richie. So the Dolphins still have something that they're fighting for and they're playing for. And we went out there versus the San Francisco 49ers at home. And we had a team victory, Richie. The whole team contributed with the exception of Tyreek Hill. Well, he did too because he had the only, passing touchdown of the game. But he was tripping. He was dropping some dimes from Tua, right? But overall, Richie, we got the defense was playing well. They did a good number on Purdy and company, holding them to what was it again? 17 points or something like that, maybe even less. The offense, we ran the ball. A-Chain with 121 rushing yards. A few other guys had some nice rushing yards. A-Chain was our leading receiver with 74 yards. So he had all-purpose yards of like 190-something. Just balled out in the game. Tua Tagovailoa, of course, half his passes were less than 5 yards. But at the same token, he delivered the football. He managed the game well. He made some nice throws over the middle on occasions. And he threw a lot of dimes to Tyreek Hill that were dropped. So he had a good game overall. So we beat a team in December, albeit a below 500 team, and it was not cold weather. But it was just a good team victory all the way. Special teams showed up. Jason Sanders with 5 or 6 field goals or something and 2 extra points. He's definitely going to be the AFC Special Teams Player of the Week, maybe. But yeah, good win by the Dolphins. And we were banged up, but the 49ers were also banged up. Okay, so I'm not writing home like, oh my gosh, Dolphins with a dominant win. The score doesn't reflect that we actually barely won. They were on a path to a game-winning drive potentially when we picked them off. So that was huge. But yeah, the Dolphins have a path. So we go on the road to Cleveland. They're a bad team. We beat bad teams. The only obstacle here is that it's going to be freezing cold.
Glad you brought that up.
Yeah, but it's also the Browns, though, Richie. Like, even in freezing cold, the Dolphins should have a huge opportunity to win this game. This is just not a good team, and we know that, Richie.
Yeah, they're not a good team either, of the Dolphins. So I think it's going to be an interesting thing. Yeah, 2 straight games on the road to finish off your season in the cold. Not just 1. 2 straight games in the cold weather that the Miami Dolphins are finishing the season off. Good win against the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy and the Niners now are eliminated officially, and they are done. Now, the big question for the Niners is the Brock Purdy situation. What's your prediction? What do you think that the Niners will do? Is Brock Purdy going to be paid? Is he going to stay with the Niners next year? Is he going to get traded? Or are they keeping Kyle Shanahan? Like, what's the situation going on with the San Francisco 49ers? And we also, in other news, found I would say, front runners to win that division, the NFC West, after only one team in that division won.
Well, the West?
Yes, TD. The NFC West. Remember, you own a company over the division, so you got to know who's in what division.
No, you're saying, no, it shocked me. You said only one team won. Was that the Rams?
Yes.
The Rams won? They must have played a bad team. Who did the Rams play? I mean, you're in a company, Richie. You should know.
Stop hating.
Oh, man. Listen, Richie. Here's what I'll say, okay? That division is wide open. Seattle taking that loss to Minnesota. Sam Darnold, man, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, my God, man.
We got a lot to talk
Sam
about.
Darnold's making me cry.
Hey, he doing his thing, Richie. He doing his thing. But yeah, that division's wide open. But here's what I'll say. San Francisco paying Purdy. They're going to be, I think we all know they're going to be dumb, Richie. They're going to do it, Richie. And they know they shouldn't do it. But it is what it is.
Did you see that he gave his offensive lineman presents? Like all...
the vehicles. I saw that.
But he doesn't even get paid $1 million. Like, how does he afford that? I know, like, first of all, making $950,000 is a lot of money. But for the quarterback market, it's not. I'm shocked that he went out there. That tells me that he knows he's getting paid. He's like, yeah, this money will come back. Because you get all your offensive linemen cars. That's like 20-30% of your contract.
That's big time, Richie. That's big time. Getting paid, man. And by the way, I don't want to backtrack here, Richie, but the Dolphins going to beat the Browns. I forgot. They moved the game from nighttime, which was going to be really cold, and they moved it to the middle of the day. And it's only, I'm looking at the forecast right now, at that time of day, it'll be a low of 48. Now, it will be raining, so that is a little chilly and raining, but it'll still be a low of 48. So that's a little bit more.
Listen, it's all going to plan. I wanted the Dolphins to win this game. I want them to win against the Browns so they have a chance heading into MetLife Stadium for their hearts to be broken by a bad man.
Here you
And the
go.
Aaron Rodgers-led Jets. That's what I want. So I hope you guys beat the Browns. So you guys can go into the final week of the season with some hope alive. And TD flies into New York and takes the L in person.
I might just have to do that.
We shall see. We shall see, though. I don't know. Listen, the Dolphins are still alive. You look at the playoff odds. They're not really alive. You know, you look at all the percentages. It's not finalized yet. I get all that. But at the end of the day, you look at the percentages for these teams, the Dolphins are still alive. All right. So you have the Chargers and Broncos are still fighting for it. Chargers 94%, Broncos 76%. I mean, watch out. Wait, who owns the tiebreaker, Colts or Dolphins?
Colts.
Oh, you guys are done. Right there. What did I say?
No.
The Colts' schedule is so easy. If the Colts win their last two games, you guys are done.
No.
Even if you win the last two and the Colts win the last two, you're screwed, no?
Oh, well, maybe the Colts got to lose one.
Yeah, so they're not losing one. You see what Jonathan Taylor's doing, bro? He's running all over the place. He's running all over the place. And you know who the Colts got next?
The Jags.
And the Giants.
The Giants.
They're done. Two tanking teams, TD. That's what I'm saying. You think there's actually a path because you're looking at the Broncos? The Broncos are not the team to just look after. The Colts are ahead of you, okay? They are ahead of you. So you're done, man. The Colts are not losing to the Giants. The Giants are pro-tankers. They know how to tank properly. And the Jaguars, they're going out there to tank as well. They just lost in the Tank Bowl. So just put it up and put a bow on the season, TD. Season's done for the Dolphins.
Hold on. No. I saw a different scenario. Something.
No. Yeah, the scenario includes the Colts losing a game, probably, which is not happening.
I'll research it later.
The scenario includes the Colts losing. You're telling me that the Colts are going to lose to the Giants or the Giants or the Jaguars with a straight face? The Giants just locked up the number 1 overall pick. They're not giving that up. The Jaguars just lost and now locked up a top 3 pick. They're not giving that up. See, look at the defeat on your face. You're accepting it. You realize it's more far-fetched than you think.
No,
the problem is this is the situation you're in, which sucks. You do not control your own destiny. That's what the problem is for you. The Broncos control their own destiny. The Colts don't either because they got to rely on the Broncos to lose as well. So
hold on. I think I see what it is. I was saying the wrong team, Richie. It's the Chargers. That if they lose out and we win, we're in. That's what it is. It's the Chargers, buddy. I was saying the wrong team in Denver. It's the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yeah. They got to go on the road versus the hot Patriots.
They got the Patriots and Raiders. Dude, it's done. Accept defeat while you can. The Patriots and Raiders. Bro, I just went and looked at, you're talking about literally 4 of the worst teams in the league that you're relying on winning.
You're a hater, Richie. You know that?
I'm not a hater. I'm just presenting. Don't hate the messenger. How's that hate? You're living in a Delulu land of hope. And you look at the teams that you need to beat, the Colts, the teams that you need to beat the Chargers, they're terrible. Now, the teams that need to beat the Broncos, they're good. So I'll give you that. But even if the Broncos lose out and the Dolphins win out, you're still not making it. That's what you need to realize.
Something ain't right.
Denver, don't even look at Denver. Denver has nothing to do with this scenario. Say Denver loses out and the Dolphins win out, you can still not make the playoffs because the Colts will win out.
Ooh. Oh, I still need the Colts to lose.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I know what it's like. I accept the reality a while ago. I'm actually happy.
Richie, but it's not over. That's all I know is that it's not over.
It's not over, but it's over. You know what I mean? You need the Colts to lose. And right now, you look at who they're facing. I'm sorry, does anybody in the chat have the Colts losing to the two worst teams in the league that are tanking? The Giants are pro-tankers, and the Jaguars. Come on now.
All right, man. Let's move on, Rich. I don't want to talk about that right now.
That's called acceptance, guys. It's called acceptance. All right. Let's get into. All right. You want to go into the next game of the week?
Let's do it.
Which one?
How about Michael Penix's debut?
Michael Penix's debut. How about it? Against who again? The Giants, who absolutely stink. And have locked up the number 1 overall pick. Congratulations to the Giants. I was going into that game like, yo, if the Giants win, that's going to ruin their tank. Just like the Raiders winning, ruin their tank. Say, kiss Shedeur Sanders to Vegas goodbye, TD. Unless they trade up, obviously.
Well, the Raiders, who's in the pecking order now?
Oh, you didn't see? I'll show you. So completely different tank. Completely different order. Now, here is the Raiders win. Really screwed up their draft. Here it is. The Raiders are now picking 6th. Giants number 1. Patriots 2. Jacksonville 3. Tennessee 4. Browns 5. Raiders 6. Panthers 7. Jets 8.
This is interesting. Giants, Cam Ward, New England. What do New England do? They they trading out.
Yeah, I think the New England Patriots would trade out, and Vegas would probably, or even the Jets. You never know.
Stop it, Richie.
Stop what? If this new regime wants their quarterback, I bet you they're going to be aggressive for a QB if they come in here.
Yeah, but that would be Shedeur Sanders. How would you feel about Shedeur?
That could be Cam Ward. The Giants could take Sanders.
No. The Giants are taking Cam Ward.
You see all the reports and the rumors and the people that say Deion Sanders himself is saying people that are saying Shedeur, I don't want Shedeur going to the Giants is false. Like
Yeah, but they still got to take Cam Ward. No, you got to take Cam.
They got Shedeur Sanders going number 1.
Yeah, Shedeur ain't a bad one. That's not bad. That's actually a great pick.
Also, you can't forget about the Titans, too. The Titans are quarterback needy. Fuck.
Yeah, you cannot waste Cam Ward in Tennessee. That would be a travesty. That would be a travesty. No, New England's going to get a haul in this draft. As long as they keep losing, they're going to get a haul in this draft.
If the Jets lost to the Jaguars, we would be at the 3rd pick right now. I know I shouldn't have said it because now fans are going to be nuts. But
it ain't too late. It's not too late. Some of these bums might be playing each other this week coming up.
Someone in the chat says, what happened to all your merch? Did you get hit for copyright? No. What makes you say that? We got merch available. Here's the Buffalo Bills merch right here. Seems that you're a Bills fan. Josh Allen. 5-time AFC East champion merch right here.
Yeah, so the championship line is for this week and next week.
Yeah. So we still got merch coming out, man. Merch is out and loaded if you want to go check it out.
You got the Stroud?
We got the Stroud one as well. Let me see.
Who else won their division?
I don't know where is the Stroud one? Yeah, we do got the Stroud one as well.
Yeah, all the division winners, that merch up on the site. That's what it is for the next 2 weeks. Punch that like button, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, though, Richie, Michael Penix over the Giants. First of all, let's just call it what it is. The defense led the way in this game. They absolutely demolished Locke. 2 interceptions. They were like pick sixes. But talking about Michael Penix, man, 66% completion for his first NFL outing. It's solid, very good. 202 yards. That was solid. Should have had a lot more. I remember one pass he threw by the goal line into his receiver's hands, and his receiver literally plopped it up in the air, and it became a pick. That was his interception for the day. And overall, I saw some throws, Richie, that, hey, Michael Penix got an arm. I saw some big boy throws. I saw him make some nice plays. There's some work to be done, but you know what? He didn't hurt his team to the point to where he ruined their season. They are now division leaders. And I want to be honest with you. The Atlanta Falcons have to be nerve-wracked, though. Going into next week at the Raiders, even though the Raiders take it, but the Raiders just won. They just ruined themselves, right? So that should be no, not the Raiders. I'm saying the Raiders, the Commanders. The Commanders beat the Eagles in the last minute, right?
Unreal.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a give me game for the Commanders. Because Hurts got hurt, but we'll talk about that. Yeah, it was. You're not fooling me. You were already getting mopped when Hurts was in the game, and as soon as he went out, the route started.
Yeah, but Daniels still did crazy against one of the best defenses in the league. I mean,
I get it, but you get more opportunities when the Eagles' offense isn't on the field. The Eagles were doing exactly what
that
they
was
wanted,
impactful,
controlling the game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. If Hurts did not get hurt, I don't think that happened, but I still don't think we should just diminish the magic that we saw from especially that he's a rookie quarterback. Come on.
No, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But the Atlanta Falcons, they have to go on the road versus the Commanders, and that's tough. And that's on the 29th at 8:20 p.m. prime time.
Yeah, that's going to be the rookie quarterback matchup, two playoff team potentially. Falcons win that game, they could potentially clinch their division. Not clinch it, but be right on the brink of making the playoffs. Commanders trying to stay in the playoff. That was a big win for the Commanders, by the way, for the playoffs. That kind of didn't clinch anything. That did not clinch anything.
That eliminated the Cowboys and the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, all the people, even the NFC West teams that are hoping to maybe squeak in via the wild card, that screwed it all up, right? Now you see the Commanders 95% chance making the playoffs. And, with the Seahawks losing, that was big for them. If the Seahawks won, they are right behind the Commanders for the wild card spot. And now the Rams are at an 86% chance. How about the Rams now going to be in the playoffs as the third seed potentially? And the Falcons going up to the fourth, while the Bucs lost, big loss for the Bucs last night, Sunday Night Football.
To the Cowboys. That was a shocker.
Yeah, absolute shocker. So, wild stuff around the league. A big game that I want to talk about was this Vikings-Seahawks game, man. Sam Darnold versus Geno Smith. Woo! Sam Darnold, bro. I don't know what more I got to tell the people, man. I don't know. What else do I got to say? This guy is out there just completely playing instinctual. And I love how, listen, the Vikings deserve their credit for doing what they're doing with Sam. But let's also give Sam some credit because he made so many plays off schedule based off of his instincts, based off of his talent. And it's not like he's just playing within a structure. And Kevin O'Connell should win Coach of the Year, in my opinion. The team around Sam Darnold deserves credit. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, two elite wide receivers. Aaron Jones is great. Offensive line is opportunistic, even though the left tackle went down, but they went out there and traded for one right away. They deserve credit, but Sam Darnold is leveling up this offense as well. I mean, that throw that he had to Justin Jefferson down the left sideline, running, escaping the pressure, sprinting, on the run, getting hit as he threw.
On
the outside, over two defenders' heads. I mean, this is what I saw from Sam all along, and it's so frustrating. I never wanted the Jets to trade. I never wanted the Jets to trade Sam Darnold, and they did. Now, I'll definitely openly admit Sam is not doing this if he stayed with the Jets. He probably is not doing this. But
Mm-mm.
my point still stands. So, what was your thoughts of that Sam Darnold versus Geno Smith battle? It was a thriller, man. Really thriller. And then Geno Smith threw that interception to end the game.
Yeah, first of all, Sam is having a career year. I don't know what it's going to take, but they need to reward this man. He need to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year. He low key on the low. No one talks about the fact that he's sixth in the NFL in yards. He's fifth in the NFL in touchdowns. And interceptions, he got 11, but he running a 3-to-1 ratio. A 3-to-1 ratio, man. Sam Darnold is killing it this year. And the reason why the Vikings won this game is two reasons, technically, and they go hand in hand. Sam Darnold outplayed Geno Smith. Now, the stats won't actually, the stats won't say it completely, right? It's early, Richie. I'm on this coffee, man. The stats won't say it completely. But Geno had a better completion percentage. Geno had more yards. They both had 10 touchdowns. I mean, they both had 3 touchdowns. But you know what Sam had that Geno didn't?
No turnovers.
No turnovers. So Sam outplayed Geno. And you also got to go back to this Vikings defense once again. Geno had a lot of opportunistic yards, like the hard way. Like, man, he made that catch. Man, he threw that and it got through. But those 2 picks were deadly for Seattle. If it weren't for those 2 picks, it didn't matter. The Vikings would have lost. The Vikings would have lost. So this was just a nice, all well-rounded win for the Vikings team victory late in the season against a team that's fighting for their life at home. The Vikings were on the road. This is what people need to realize. They're on the road, hostile territory. It's loud. Seahawks winning the division. They're like in the driver's seat. All those odds, and the Vikings go out and do this. I am telling you, Richie, this is the team to beat. This is the team to beat. And they're gonna find that out in the last week of the season when the Vikings line up with the Lions, and everybody's gonna know when the Vikings beat the Lions in the last game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we got a classic game this week, Vikings versus Packers. That's going to be a great game. If the Vikings beat the Packers and then the Vikings beat the Lions, then yeah, we got a serious conversation to have. But that's 2 elite teams they got to go up against in their own division to finish off the season. Biggest test of Sam Darnold's whole NFL career coming up. I mean, not even to take anything away about this game. This game was tough for Sam as well. The Seahawks are a good team in Seattle, and he was able to get the job done in a hostile environment. So kudos to Sam. He's going out there and balling, man, and it's just a joy to watch my guy go out there. 32 tutties, 11 picks, 3,700 yards. He's going to finish the season with 4,000 yards, 35-plus touchdowns. Wow.
Yeah, 42, probably 4,200 yards. Yeah, he'll probably just finish with 4,300 yards. I would say 36 or 37 touchdowns. Yeah, 13 picks roughly, or 12. That's amazing, man. He's a new quarterback, Richie, and he's about to get paid. And those are the stories that you celebrate.
Supposed to do
Sam Darnold. You know what's funny, Richie? I remember several years ago, I said Sam Darnold's gonna win a Super Bowl before the Jets. Now, I didn't believe myself. I was trolling the Jets. But here we are. He might have a chance.
Come on, man. Why you got to do that?
I'm just saying.
Why you got to do that to me?
Do right by your quarterback and go get him in free agency.
I'm going to cry now. All right, let's get into the next game. Bills-Patriots. What is your thoughts of this game, man? The Bills had a game that some Bills fans are not too satisfied with, and just escaped the victory against a New England Patriots team that have 3 wins. 3. Okay? And Drake May, in my opinion, outplayed Josh Allen. Drake May definitely looked pretty well. Had some, rookie mistakes, of course. But this was a winnable game for the Patriots, and all came to crap at the end. So, listen, James Cook had a great game on the ground. Josh Allen, not too great, in my opinion. Didn't look like MVP. But he is playing through an injury. You find out that he has an elbow contusion now. So what was your thoughts of this Bills and Patriots game?
First of all, Josh Allen was garbage in this game.
Yeah, but he's better than Mahomes, remember?
Yeah, he was garbage in this game. Mahomes has had garbage games, Richie. Let's stop. Anyway, Josh Allen was garbage in this game. The Buffalo Bills were garbage in this game. And they still won, so kudos to them. The Patriots did everything in their power to let them win. Those 3 turnovers, 1 touchdown, they literally gave them a backwards pass, and everybody like, hey, it's live. Let me get on it. Like at the 1-yard line, just gave it to them. And don't say TD wasn't even watching the game. I went back and looked at that game last night because I'm vested in the whole MVP race thing, which I have my own theories about, but I'll disclose that whenever they announce the award. Richie, Josh Allen was all over the place in this game. When I went back and I looked at some of the stuff, man, I was actually like looking at the full view. He was missing reads. He was flustered, running for his life. Let me say this, man. I do respect the fact that it was a divisional opponent, right? These things happen because it's a divisional opponent, Richie. But they don't give Lamar Jackson the same energy when he played the Browns and looked bad like this. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. It happens, especially against divisional opponents. But Drake May lost the game, but he also kept the team in it. He made some big-time plays in this game, but he also made some dumb bozo plays in this game, man. Didn't he fumbled twice? He lost one of them. He threw that interception. I mean, these are key plays that help the Buffalo Bills win. So shout out to the Bills anyway. This is what good teams do. They even find ways to beat the bad teams. But when we talk about this MVP race, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. Do you see what Lamar has been doing every week lately? He's not losing us a beat. And then he played the Pittsburgh Steelers and still came out with 3 touchdowns and balled out. So this MVP race, like I said, it was never Josh Allen's in my opinion. And now I don't even want to hear it. You're playing bums and looking like a bum now. Lamar Jackson playing great teams and balling. Like I've said before, and I'll say it and digress. They want Josh Allen to be the MVP so bad this year for whatever weird reason. It's like you want to put it on him because you feel bad for him for not getting it the previous years when Lamar did. Well, this year he's, removing all that doubt that people had before. Good for him, but Lamar is better than he's ever been before. Lamar is the MVP. I don't want to hear nothing about no weather was extreme. Buffalo used to this. I'm used to Buffalo carving the Dolphins up 40-something to zip in 20-degree weather. Don't give me no weather was extreme. I don't want to hear them excuses. There ain't no excuse for that man to scramble in the pocket, look downfield, and throw the ball straight to the defender in the end zone. I don't want to hear it. Oh, well, just like a Hail Mary or a punt. Yeah, turnover. All right? I don't want to hear about no 11 degrees. Buffalo's supposed to be built for it. So, yeah, Richie, terrible game by the Bills. Lucky for them, they still won. But that MVP situation, it's a wrap. I don't even want to hear it.
Really?
It's not even, Richie, it's done. It's done to me. And the only way Josh Allen get it is because they sympathy want to give it to him. Lamar Jackson, week in and week out, regardless of the circumstances, going out there and putting on a show, just like Josh Allen, but now Josh Allen having a stinker like Lamar did. Man, look, and the truth is, Richie, I already told y'all the other day, Josh Allen done had like 4 stinkers this year. We just wiped those, brushed those right under the table. The man done had like 4 stinkers this year. People forget that game he had 30% completion, 0 touchdowns and interception. Come on, man. Get out of here.
I'm trying to get. I don't know why this isn't working.
Jameis Winston beat Lamar. Man, that's a team game. He ain't beat him. The team beat him.
Why isn't
the
this
Browns
website
beat him?
Working?
Which one?
The head-to-head stat comparison.
But we already know, Richie. We've seen it before.
I know.
Lamar Jackson is better than him in almost every category.
I'm trying to bring it up, and it's not working. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, so I agree, first of all. I think that I always said Lamar's going to win this award. But right now, Josh Allen's still the favorite. You got to give it to him.
Why? What makes him the favorite, Richie?
I'm just saying the betting favorite.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand it. But remember, the betting favorite is where the money's coming in at.
Yeah, well, usually betting favorites win.
Well, that's just because the Bills fans are like, let's put our money on Josh. He's the front runner right now. Everybody's saying it. It's just more money in on Josh right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to freaking.
Why wouldn't I stand by it, DF? I mean, I'm speaking facts.
Bills fans crying over cold weather is funny. JT with a super chat. It's not about Lamar Allen anymore. Go Barkley, in my opinion. Richie Fresh. Wow. So we got 2 super chats. 2 super chats contributed. We have a super chat goal right now, folks. 2 super chats are in. The goal is to get the 5 super chats for Christmas. Thank you guys so much, Richie Fresh.
Thank
JT,
you for those who sent the super chat.
Do you think Saquon has anything to say about the MVP?
You know what? I didn't check out his game yesterday. Remember, there's already
he ran all over the place.
Remember, there's already a disadvantage. There's already a disadvantage for running backs. We know how this goes, first of all, right? But Saquon, remember, offensive player of the year, Richie.
Yeah.
That's how they usually do those things. Offensive player of the year for Saquon. But MVP, they're probably gonna ride that to a quarterback. The only way that Saquon gets it is simply because here's the only way Saquon gets it, because I think something weird's going on right now. Is if they know that Lamar should get it over Josh, but they don't want him to get it, so they give it to Saquon. That's the only way it saves face for Josh.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because this is the QB pecking order. It's a pecking order, Richie. And they feel like this is Josh's year to get into that undisputed territory. Who do you think has the better chance this year to win the Super Bowl? Ravens or Buffalo?
I'm going to be called a hater, man. Bills fans, just every time somebody doesn't glaze Josh Allen, every time doesn't someone say Josh Allen's this, the Buffalo Bills that, they get all in their feelings and say that I don't know ball. I mean, so I don't know if they want to hear it, because I've been very consistent with who I think is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. And I think that it's coming together.
And who is it?
I think this is the year for Lamar Jackson
to win a Super Bowl.
To go to the Super Bowl. I think that they're going to come out of the AFC. I think that the bye week was perfectly timed for them. Now they're recalibrated. I have them winning out and winning their division. Now that they had to get over the Steelers, which is the biggest monkey off their back that they got after, and now they have 2 games left. And I just feel like they are a team that is going to go out there in the playoffs and play their best football. I trust their coaching staff. I trust their team. I trust Derrick Henry. I trust their ability to do what they do. So that's just me. I feel like this is the Baltimore Ravens year.
Man, it's going to be tough watching a Super Bowl with purple and white on both sides.
I really think the Ravens, let's not forget what happened with the Ravens last year. The Ravens were the best team in the AFC, number 1 seed, right? They went all the way to the AFC Championship game and lost to the Chiefs in their own house. I think they're pissed off, and they have every reason to believe that they can go do it again. I really, really think so. And look at now. I finally got the stat comparisons on the screen now, TD, of Josh Allen and Lamar. So they both played in 15 games. The only thing Josh Allen has over Lamar is two things: more wins and more rushing touchdowns. Lamar has a way higher completion percentage, and the best part about this comparison between Lamar and Josh Allen that I love is this right here.
A passer.
Yes.
Completion and
all Bills fans say, all the Bills fans, like for years before this season, would call Lamar Jackson a running back, right? That he's just a glorified running back. He's not a good quarterback. He's just a running back. And now Lamar Jackson has him in literally every single statistic passing, and Lamar Jackson owns him in every single passing yard. But then Josh Allen has him in rushing touchdowns. So
but
the tides have turned.
Let's break down those two categories, because I still don't even think the tides have turned. I still think Lamar Jackson's dominating even in rushing. Josh Allen,
there's just rushing touchdown.
Yeah, this is just a case of Josh Allen in the red zone running it in versus handing it off.
Hey, whoa, TD, this was my argument. And me and you went up, and now you're on my side? Hello, I've been saying this. When we were going off about Mahomes versus Allen, I said that exact point, and then you dismissed it.
About what are you talking about? That was two different conversations. This is
no. When we were talking, I know that, but we got to be consistent here. When we were bringing up Josh Allen is more athletic and has more total touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes, we were getting into the whole debate.
Talented.
Yeah, but you were bringing up that Josh Allen has more touchdowns and total touchdowns, and he brings more. And I'm like, yeah, he has more total touchdowns and can bring more because Josh Allen runs it in instead of hands the ball off. And you were going out. I'm just saying we don't have to go back into that. But I said exactly what you said to you about the Allen versus Mahomes debate. Just saying.
Yeah, but even in this case, Lamar has more total touchdowns. My point still remains.
I know. I'm just saying. I said the same thing you just said, and you were getting frisky with me.
No, it's different comparison, different verbiage. But listen, even in the rushing category, Richie, like I just said, if Derrick Henry wasn't there, Lamar would probably have more touchdowns rushing than Josh. It's just an easier situation as far as handing it off, which takes away from Lamar. But look at the rushing yards, man. Lamar clearing him by 251 yards. The yards per carry got a whole 1 yard more. So I'm sorry. He's better in rushing. He's turned the ball over less, Richie. And the passing stats are off the charts. 11 more passing touchdowns. He's thrown for more this year. Come on, the completion percentage, 68%. Wow, Lamar Jackson. You have literally killed every narrative about yourself. You are the ultimate quarterback. And you know what, Richie? We can't look at the overall record. You know why? Because quarterbacks don't play against each other in that, do they? Mm-hmm. But what you can look at is their record at the top. What does that say, Richie?
What? Head to head?
Yeah. Both got good defenses. When you look at that record at the top, that supersedes any overall record. It's just like yesterday. Was Josh Allen contributing to his team win? Absolutely not. Drake May gave you the win. And let's call it how it is. So the team record is null and void. That has nothing. Now I understand success.
I do want to say something. Now, I want us to be consistent here because I have my take on this, and I want to get your take on this. Because Bills fans' defense is, if it was about stats, then how come Josh didn't win it last year? So here are the stats last year, head-to-head, 2023, head-to-head. I have my reason for it. Before I say my reason for it, why did Lamar Jackson win the MVP last year and Josh Allen did not?
Because first of all, even statistically, he was better overall last year too, technically, when you look at the overall stats. But for me, it's actually not just about stats. But if we are going to have the stats argument, listen, you're not going to win no MVP having 18 turnovers.
Thank you.
Like, what's wrong with y'all?
18 interceptions, by the way. That's just interceptions.
You go over 12, you ain't even in the conversation. Like, what are we even talking about, man?
And I love how they dismiss it like,
here.
oh, it's no big deal. Whoa, whoa. See, Mojo's like, let me guess, interceptions. Yeah, interceptions, 18 of them. Like, we're going to dismiss that? And that's where Dan always says, oh, if it was about stats, then how come Josh Allen and, didn't win last year? He did not have better stats. He had a lower completion percentage. He had more yards and more touchdowns, but also turned the ball over through the air 18 times.
And by the way, Richie, Lamar Jackson still had a higher completion percentage, which means if he would have had as many attempts as Josh Allen, it might have even he would have had more yards than him anyway. Josh Allen just attempted more, but the completion percentage is higher. The yards per pass was higher. Technically, Lamar did have the better stats. He just had lower volume. The yards per was 8 yards per throw. Josh was 7.4, which means Lamar actually was a better passer. He just didn't have as much volume as Josh Allen. Higher completion and higher yards per. So if he would have had the same amount of throws as Josh Allen, he would have had more yards than him. It's not what the team needed. It wasn't what they required. So, no, yeah, I mean, this is a losing argument. They really want Josh Allen to win this MVP bad. You know what? If I don't hear mainstream media talking about the MVP race this week, Richie, that's all you need to know. They want Josh Allen to win this. They want to brush this week under the table.
There's some people that's defend. I've seen Cam Newton come out and defend Lamar Jackson and say he should be MVP. There's a lot of people in the media that's coming out there, and there is a war between Bills Mafia and
less than a handful.
Fan.
It's like 50-5 of people coming out versus.
Dude, if you say anything negative about Josh Allen, dude, I've never seen a fan base. And listen, it's your guy. You have every right to defend your guy. But boy, oh boy, Bills Mafia goes. You hear one person in the media say anything bad, twisted about Josh Allen. It is like, you don't know ball. That's their defense. You don't know anything about football, bro. Josh Allen is the greatest thing this world has ever seen.
Josh Allen is great, though. He's played great football this year.
I think he's going to be in the MVP race.
Of course, but they don't like to accept the fact that he's playing really great this year, but not the greatest.
And now that brings us to the next point. This is BetUS's odds to win the MVP. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports all season long. Shout out to BetUS. We appreciate every single one of you guys that goes in there and supports us. Use the code YouTube150 when you sign up, and then a code of YouTube150 will get you 150% bonus, 125% on your next two, up to $2,000. Big shout out to BetUS. Now, Josh Allen is still the betting favorite at minus 450. Lamar is at plus 325. So you actually think that Lamar is going to win? Because I honestly think that Josh Allen's going to win it still. When it comes to who's going to win the award, I think Josh Allen is still going to win it.
Lamar is going to win it. Lamar is going to win the award.
Plus money. I would go out there and do it.
Yeah, Lamar is going to win this award because these next two opponents, what I'm seeing with him on the field, Richie, they're making a statement to make sure he does. Are we really paying attention to how he played versus the Steelers?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we didn't get into that, so.
Like this man, they are making a point for him to, man, you finna go out there every week for the rest of the season, have 3+ touchdowns, have a nice completion percentage. You're going to lead your team. You're going to make big plays.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're going to do it against the best competition every week. Josh Allen over here playing scrubs and struggling.
Shout out to Connor Long for being a new member of Roundtable Sports. Thank you, Connor. We appreciate you, brother.
Connor just became number 5, right? Or no?
No, that's not a super chat. Okay, that's a member.
That's
but look, this is what I mean. This is what Bills fans say. Josh had better numbers in Lamar's first MVP too. So, what was Lamar's first MVP? What year was that?
Let's pull it up.
What year was that?
I don't even remember.
And by the way, see, they're claiming I don't know ball. Let's be honest. So you go look at Cam Newton. He says everything that I say, literally, word for word. I watched. I was like, oh wow, it's all the points I made. I guess Cam Newton doesn't know ball.
3 years ago, Richie, they said 2020 or something.
It's 2020?
I don't know. That's what somebody in the chat said. Then somebody said 2019.
No, Aaron Rodgers won in 2020. Lamar.
I don't know why. Yeah. No, I know why.
Don't get me started. You want to look at those numbers? Man,
Yeah,
no
they
one's
said
touching Aaron Rodgers
2019.
MVP numbers.
2019, Richie.
It was 2019? All right.
School might win it next year, though.
Oh, we're back, man. TD Fitz Talk is back. All right, let's see. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson 2019.
I remember this MVP. I don't remember Josh's, but I know Lamar Jackson balled that year.
No,
the rushing was like, did he have almost 1,000 yards rushing, 990 something? I don't know.
I think that was that year, yeah.
This was the year where when nothing was there, he would take off and make something happen with his legs, with those long rushes and all of that. It was crazy. The goal has been achieved. Connor made it happen. We hit our 5 super chat goals. Salute to you, Connor.
Merry Christmas, Richie and TD. Have a great day. Thank you, Connor. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Eric, Polymarket has Allen 80% to win it. Done.
Yeah, but they've been saying that for 5 weeks, Richie. How you going like this is why you know this is a sham, Richie, is because 5 weeks ago with 7 weeks left, it's over. It's not even debatable anymore. He won the MVP. There's nothing that can happen at this point that tells me he doesn't. He's won it already. They said this 5 weeks ago, Richie. That tells you all you need to know. 7 weeks left in the season. With Lamar Jackson statistically better in every category, people were out here talking heads on TV. He's won it. He's won it for me. There's nothing else in it he needs to do. He's won it. Like, all right. This is ridiculous.
JD Gray says, since there's no show this week, what's your QB rankings?
Top 5, top 10. I mean.
Oh, if the AFC East rankings, quarterback he's asking.
Well, I mean, probably Tua and Josh. No. I mean, in the AFC overall, East, well,
our division.
Josh, Tua, Aaron, and
Josh
May.
First. This week, the games, like Glenn's quarterback.
Oh, this week.
We got to think about that. But we got the numbers. This guy wants to put the numbers up. So Nick's tape, first of all, let's go Nick's. Second of all, he claims, just before I put the numbers up, that Josh.
You already saw the numbers.
Yeah, Rich. I see. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at these numbers, man. This guy claimed that Josh Allen had better numbers in Lamar's first MVP. Okay,
Josh
that's his
wasn't
claim.
Even in the conversation.
This is the 2019. And by the way, Lamar Jackson one less game. By the way, one less game, and they versed in this season head to head.
When Lamar Jackson has more passing yards than you when he was considered a running back.
And one less game. So let me just break down what we're looking at. This is the same exact stats that we're seeing in this season in terms of comparison. The only thing Josh Allen has over him is rushing touchdowns. That's the only thing. So let's see what the next goalpost is going to be moved, all right?
Oh, that's when Lamar had 1,200 rushing yards. End of discussion, man.
Come on. What do we even talk? I'm confused, man. He actually thought he was going to prove a point by me putting up. He thought he was going to. Bro, someone enlighten me. What the heck did Josh Allen do better than Lamar Jackson in this season? Besides rush for 2 more touchdowns.
MVP.
He won everything, bro. I'm still waiting to hear from this guy. Now he's silent.
Listen, they don't want Lamar to get his 3rd MVP.
I'm still waiting to hear from my Knicks boy. I'm still waiting because he claimed he wanted. Look at him. He's like, nah. Put the numbers up. Put the numbers up. Stop chatting. The numbers are up, bro. Where you at? Here we go. I'm talking about 2020, dummy. No. You said
this not your words. Year.
Yeah. Wait. Let me go up. Here it is. This is what you said. Put up the numbers from the first MVP. So who's the dummy now? No, we're moving goalposts. This is your words, not mine. You said. Where is it again? Put the numbers up from the first MVP. This is the first MVP. You see AP MVP right here, buddy? That's MVP. This is what you said you wanted us to do. And this is what we did. So now we're moving the goalposts when you said put the numbers up from the first MVP. You're moving the goalposts. Now you're like, oh, wait, no, 2020.
Oh, my gosh.
2020. So
Shout out to DF. Josh Allen does more for the talent around him. That is what MVP means. MVP is not just about stats. That being said, either or when I get it. Well, Josh Allen ain't doing more around him. I mean, Lamar Jackson's still doing more around him, in my opinion.
Agree. Well, I still think Josh Allen's going to win the award unless Lamar Jackson balls the last 2 games. We shall see. But, folks, that's going to wrap up the Wake Up and Ball show, brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook. Receive your 150% bonus when you sign up today. We love you all. Make sure you guys check out The Huddle later today at 3 p.m. On BetUS TV, where we could talk with Dan Mitchell about all these things. We will see you guys later. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. We will see you later. Peace out.